So it looks like we're just gonna do a series on candles. What kind of candles should you choose when you're doing a spell? The most common ones that I like to use and that I see in witchcraft shops and in candle shops and crystal stores and on Amazon. I have not purchased candles from Amazon yet, but I've come very, very, very close. I just prefer to support my local retailers. So today I have 4 kinds of candles with me. Now, tea lights you can get from anywhere, right? So I actually got these from a craft store. I think I got it from Michael's, and you can get them in big old boxes. You can get 50 at a time or 250 at a time. That might be exaggerating. But they're great because they're easy to charge. They're tiny. You can use them for a single spell. You can let them burn all the way down. And if you want to do something like cast a circle using candles and you want a candle holder that is self-contained, tea lights are just super freaking convenient. So short-term spells, casting circles, self-contained candle holder, right? Fantastic for that. The downside is that they pretty much only come in white. If you think that that's a downside, they're super, super basic. I mean, they're like the kind that you put in candle burners and stuff. And that's why they have them anywhere. So one of the major upsides is you could get them from almost any store. The next most commonly used type of candle, at least for me, are mini tapers. So I have 2 colors here because these are probably the colors that I use the most. I'm always stocking up on black candles because it seems like they're difficult to find. When you find a retailer that carries black candles and they can keep them in stock, that's really impressive. Black candles are for pretty much, I mean, I use them for just about everything, but workings that you need a little extra oomph, black candles are great for. A lot of people use them for hexes and curses, nasties like that. And then also the white ones are great because they're so neutral. They're just like the tea lights in that, you know, they're small. You can use them for a single working, or you can relight these babies whenever you want to charge that shit up again. You can burn them in a single sitting, but it takes a little while. So they're not house protection candles for sure. I think they take about an hour to burn down. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But they're great for a spell that you want to do time release with. If you want to perform a working and then have your spell re-release every time you light the candle, then mini tapers are great for that. The downside is that they're narrow, so they don't stand up very well on their own without a candle holder. They will also probably overflow their candle holders, just like many of the other, I mean, the taller the candle gets, the more likely it's gonna do that. So bear that in mind with these. I have never had a tea light overflow. The third kind of candle that I'm gonna talk about today is a household candle. Again, this one's black. I do have other colors. We will talk about candle colors later. Household candles are amazing for household cleansing and protection. They're thicker, kind of like a taper, so they last for a while. So you can light this baby anytime you're home. Say you cleanse your house and you want to renew that spell every Tuesday evening or every night when you come home from work or when you're cooking or whatever. These are great for that. You can also place them around. Again, they don't come with candle holders, so you have to get a holder for these, but they also have a thicker base. So I've had great success with just melting the bottom and sticking it in like a plate or a candle holder, and they do fine. They do last for a while though, so this is definitely not a one and done type of candle. The fourth and last type of candle that I'm going to talk about is the taper. I actually got this from a witchcraft shop nearby. That is important because tapers, often colors tapers, will be dipped in colored wax on the outside and be white on the inside. This one is black all the way through. I also have a red taper that I used for Samhain. It's a wine colored taper that I used for Samhain, and that taper is still burning down. But if you don't have if there isn't a label on the candle that says that it's the same color all the way through, see if you can ask the shop owner or specifically look online for candles that are the same color all the way through. Because if you need a colored candle for a specific type of working and you get one that's white in the middle and colored on the outside, it just isn't the same. These burn for ages. So, I mean, that's why they're dinner candles. Yeah, these are better for time-release spells, larger rituals. I use them for thankfulness spells, gratefulness spells for the most part. Like I said, I used the wine-colored one for Samhain, and I relight it every few days or so. Candles are great because once they're charged and the spell is in place, they hold on to that until they're all burned down. I've actually been known to repurpose wax from a particularly powerful spell into a new candle and then continue to burn it. Sometimes I'm just not ready for something to be done yet, you know? So those are probably the most common types of candles. Those are the ones that you are going to be most likely to be able to find in shops and on Amazon. They're the kind that fit in the most common types of candle holders. If you're new to spellcraft and you want to know how to charge candles, I do have a video about that. I'll put it in the description box too, so you can check out that video if you want. I think that there will be more about candles coming soon. Honestly, that topic ended up just being so much bigger than I realized. And as always, thank you so much for hanging around. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you found this video useful, be sure to check out my other videos. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below or hit me up on Instagram, by Witches.